What is this? What is this? Wonderfully stated. It's crazy how Hasan's community takes themselves so seriously, Lamau. They live in an echo chamber of fervent superiority that everyone else can see is cringe and actually psychotic. They're gatekeeping and genocide right now. That is what they're doing. Wait, what? Wonderfully stated. People like that are the biggest obstacles of Palestinian emancipation right now. They look and sound like freaks and make their cause sound unimaginable and unrealistic. This person is literally a former Fallen fan. He's saying unimaginable, talking about Palestinian emancipation. This 100% is a former Hasan Abi head, the person who wrote this. I welcome every single person that speaks out against the atrocities that Israel commits on a daily fucking basis. I, however, don't think that it is valid to routinely go after one of the largest communities that combats anti-Semitism and Islamophobia with the same severity while maintaining an anti-Zionist position. This is not gatekeeping. This is simply people who are being far too gracious. People who are being far too gracious to those who have no grace left to give to any other person. He literally posted on the D-Reddit. This comment was posted by another Destiny fan. This is a former Hasan fan who's a Destiny fan now. Or maybe Destiny fans have been watching me so much that they literally sound like me now. If they really wanted to help people of Palestine, they would only want to use their suffering to virtue signal about how morally and intellectually superior they are. They don't actually give a fuck about human lives. Yeah, I don't know who this is for. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know who the fuck this is for. I don't know why he like wrote this, because I don't think anybody believes this. If you believe anything that happened here, that I'm not trying to desperately bring on more people to recognize the truth about what Israel is doing, or that I've been viciously attacked by random drama perverts who can't just stop making themselves the centerpiece of an ongoing genocide. Like, if that's gatekeeping, I don't know what to tell you. But I don't know. I don't know who this is for. Like, no one is going to read this and be like, you know what? You're right. I actually don't think Hasan and his community are sufficiently pro-Palestine. They're just there to morally and intellectually feel superior. Yeah. I saw a comment on HD subreddit today saying Boy's commentary on Israel is measured, whereas you sound like a terrorist. I love the Aussies, but that's so blatantly Islamophobic. You can say many things about Alexa's commentary, but measured is not a word I'd use, and I love him for it. He's also very much openly racial or radical than most YouTube leftists. Yeah. Saying that my commentary on Palestine is infinitely more radical than Boy is so funny, because Alexa is a million times more radical than me. He's Australian, okay? Aussies don't have the same limiters on, okay? And of course, I love them. I love them to death. Chat, judge me by my enemies. If you cannot make up your mind on the virtues of the things I speak of, judge me by who looks to me and says, you're a bad person. Okay? That's it. This is an attempt to get you to collab. It's an attempt to say you should collab with Nazis so they can say you're a Nazi too, lol. Wait, what? I will never collaborate with Nazis. Then they would collaborate and compromise with more communities that do want to help. Wait, what? I do. I don't think this person has ever watched a single moment from my broadcast. I was willing to even collaborate with Ethan, far past the point of him ending leftovers. He called Jewish Voice for Peace capos, dude. The do you mean? That was like early into Israel's genocide. People yelled at me non-stop. You helped put together creators for Palestine? I know. People yelled at me non-stop for being far too gracious to Ethan over and over again. What a ridiculous crock of shit. Yeah. Collaborate and compromise with more communities like the Try Guys, Smosh, like the Campus Encampments, like the Uncommitted Movement, like having Rashida Tlaib and Ta-Nehisi Coates and Motaz Aziza on stream. Like, I've had literal genocide survivors on stream. Here's how you should do it. It's so funny. I literally had Asmongold on to talk to him after his statements about the barbaric nature of the Palestinians. Yeah, I saw this.
AB, I think this guy is... he's on Ethan Klein's show. I think he's Arab, I believe, and he can't win.
No, because you're either fighting against your host guy because you believe it, or you're fighting against it, but you get called like an Uncle Tom or...
No, so the problem is he even, after an Ethan Klein show, what I saw is he went and he did his own stream and he booted it up. And he was like, literally...
Why are you stalking Ethan's producers, man. What kind of freak is that?
Really just watching Hamas
DDGers? Yeah.
propaganda, right? And his audience still turned. It wasn't
This man said AB was watching Hamas propaganda.
literally just watching Hamas propaganda, right? And his audience still turned. It wasn't enough.
Oh, Jesus.
Because you're working for,
the King Zionist, yeah.
The Kleinenstein.
True.
You work for the Kleinenstein. You got to stand up. You can't do anything there. This guy, AB.
I just don't think that Ethan is aware that his or maybe he doesn't care that his community is entirely brigaded. His subreddit is filled to the brim with people who might be tuning in as long as he's giving those guys what they want, which is blood, right? But most of his community is leaving in droves because he spent years and years developing a wonderful progressive community only to cast them aside so you could get allegiances from the weirdo neo-Nazi brigade, all the drama perverts, Keemstar orbiters who literally collaborate with Nazis, and some of them are straightforward Nazis. Keemstar being another one of those people. I don't know how he just doesn't understand. Anyway.
Thinking with which the Biden administration continues to approach critics.
There's no way he lost 480 subscribers, 80,000 subscribers since last year. That's insane. What? It's on Social Bait. A lot of those subs are from the last 3 months alone. Jesus Christ, dude. I mean, that puts into context why the Hasan train has come, Would you be open to talking to him again if there was someone moderating it like Sam Cedar? Yes. But I don't think he would like that. I don't think he would want that. I asked him to talk to Sam Cedar privately, and he said it was anti-Semitic. So I love how your haters can't decide if you're a far left terrorist or a right winger. It's because my haters are almost always coming from very similar areas of the internet where they fancy themselves to be the perfect center with the ultimate goal of trying to get me canceled. So, Monday it'll be I'm a horrific racist, and then Tuesday it'll be I'm too much of a woke leftist liberal. I mean, that got banned recently was actively trying to go to the likes of Tom Cotton and right-wing senators to expand on the anti-Semitism crusade so that he could bring on conservatives into the fray. He was he actually moved on from just simply attacking Twitch on the basis of anti-Semitism and wanted to also bring in right-wing Republicans and have Twitch go in front of Congress because of anti-white racism that Twitch was demonstrating. Anti-white racism and anti-conservative politics. Does that strike you as someone who's a liberal? Does that strike you as someone who's a serious person or a sincere person? And now he doesn't have to be a part of this supposedly anti-Semitic website that he was so aggressively in pursuit of, including but not limited to unmasking people that work at Twitch, combing through their tweets, combing through every single log that has ever been logged in this chat to find personal information of people in my audience, going after my friends. That person is now banned. Now he can be on the not so anti-Semitic and not so vicious website that is Kick. Now you can be on the, now you can be on the website that doesn't have those sorts of things, right? Now you can stream from Kick. Living out so hard he turns into a groyper. No, these guys are, man, I've said this so many times. They're just they are debate mercenaries, dude. They don't give a they don't have any sort of real conviction or any sort of real interest. They don't have politics. It's just sport. It's blood sport. That's all they care about. I don't know how I do not know so much Hasan hate on the main H3 sub. All alts that post. As a black man, I find H3 brave and Hasan a terrorist. Yeah, I don't care. Hasan, that Dan Freak is trying to take credit for you not playing ads anymore, Lamau. He doesn't know your contract expired many weeks ago. Yeah, that's also very funny because I have very openly talked about how I hated running ads to begin with. And while I still retain the position and the right to potentially run ads in the future, I was not interested in running ads post my contract, which I think is very funny. Yeah, right. Yes, I know. You will never understand someone with real convictions. And that's precisely the reason why you always will project. You will always think I'm cynically advocating for the things I'm advocating for. Your favorite content creator will never say no to $1 million deal to advertise on this broadcast on election day. Your favorite content creator will never do that. Your favorite content creator on NFTs openly and then took the bag from an NFT company. but you don't care because he's a deity in your eyes. You're in a cult, okay? It's sad that so many people have been misguided and deluded online, and they genuinely think, and this is not even about like Destiny or Dan or anyone like that. This is just like an overarching, this is just like a principle that I've noticed online, is that so many people online personally think that the only way that someone can be honest or truthful is if they're being a scumbag. Like, we are stripped away of our humanity online so significantly, and everybody just thinks like, oh, that guy's a real guy. He's just saying it like it is. He's just saying things that I agree with. And the only way that people online can think that a content creator is authentic is if they're being a scumbag, if they're being an asshole, if they're being bigoted. It's so mind-boggling. And that's why I see this all the time from people, from my naysayers who are like, he doesn't really believe any of that shit. He's doing it for a grift. He doesn't believe any of that shit. He must be saying it because he's audience captured. It's like, I built this audience, man. Okay? Every single person in this community at a certain point had a firmly held conviction that was directly at odds with the way I see the world. Every single one. And that's normal. And there are still a ton of people in this community that don't see eye to eye with the way I see the world. Okay? And yet, you know, they can overcome that disagreement and opinion. I would not be as successful as I am right now if I wasn't ruthlessly and brutally honest and stubborn to a fault. That's it. My job here, my primary function here, is to try to walk people away from the cliff of radicalization, right-wing radicalization. And I think I do a very good job at that. And I think that's precisely the reason why many people are fearful and they're angry and resentful. One, because they refuse to listen to the words and instead try to find some other cynical purpose behind these words to say, oh, you must be grifting. Okay, there must be some alternative reason as to why you're saying these things. No one could possibly think these things. You're rich. Okay, I said the same shit when I was poor. What do you want? Me to change my entire worldview now that I've seen financial success? What the Wouldn't that be dishonesty? That's what I don't understand is this demand, this endless demand of dishonesty from my naysayers. They're like, please be dishonest. The biggest validation your haters give you is the level of tongue twisting they have to do to make you out as a scumbag. I know. The question I have for a lot of people is this: would you ever grift to the left? Does it seem like a good audience to captivate if you were to grift? Or would you go to the right? There's nothing leftists hate more than other leftists with marginally different points of view than them. Okay? If I'm such a bad person, then why, oh why, do you have to constantly massage the truth with clips out of context? Why do you feel the need? Why can't you let my commentary stand on its own? Are you afraid that people will see the truth? That's why every day you still see on Twitter people posting my quotes from the Fox News article and others being like, damn, I thought this guy was a real piece of shit. I'm actually going to tune in now. It's like, dog, I've been saying these things for years. It's not new. That is precisely the reason why you can always go back in time and look to my commentary, okay? And recognize that I've been saying the same shit for years. You must not have been paying attention, okay? Saw someone say they just thought you did React content and stole videos. Yeah, no, of course. I don't even fault these people, by the way. I do not fault these people. Everyone is busy. Everyone is busy with their own shit. Everyone is busy with their own lives. So they watch one drama video and they make up their own minds. I don't expect them to scratch the surface and try to understand whether or not this is like a false framing, whether or not this is a serious person who made a YouTube video. Are there examples of topics that you've changed your viewpoint from past commentary? I mean, I was open about my journey through being transphobic and no longer being transphobic and an advocate for trans people. Same with like making misogynistic jokes, things like that. Definitely a lot more broy. I was committed to a two-state solution. I was wrong. That's another one. I said Russia would never invade. You know what's really funny? I said Russia would never invade Ukraine. And I immediately apologized. And I said, look, I was wrong. I was so wrong. I thought Putin wasn't this stupid. And he was, right? And the funniest part about that is, like, my recognition of my wrong prediction has been brought forth endlessly for the past 1,000 days. You said Texas would turn blue? No, I didn't. No, dude. See, this is wrong. I never said Texas would turn blue. I said Texas is so unlikely to turn blue that I would do a tasteful nude photo shoot if it were to happen. Anyway, you said LeBron is the GOAT. Okay, that's true. Now you're posterizing my dubs. But anyway,